Hi all, I got the mail today and I got this catalog. Did you ever buy this stuff at Christmas for people? Swiss Colony, it's got like sausages and cheeses and the infamous cheesecake. Ugh, I hate cheesecake, I don't like candied fruit. But it's got these like jams and jellies and all that kind of stuff. I used to have an aunt and uncle that I don't remember meeting them. I think I met them as a baby, but I don't remember meeting them. They lived in Arkansas, which is, the next state up and over. And I used to send them like little stuff like that every Christmas, and they'd send me like $50 or whatever. So that was our little, and I'd send them a card updating them on my life and so on. And my aunt died, and then a few years later my uncle died, and out of the blue, right when I needed it, it was such a God thing. It's when I went out on disability, but I couldn't get disability. It took me 2 years to get disability. I get this check in the mail for $100,000 that was from my uncle that I had been sending these little gift packages to. When he died, he left that to me in his will, which was awesome because that's right when I needed it because I wasn't working, but I hadn't got disability yet, so I had zero income for 2 years. So that money was nice. So anyway, the other thing I got in the mail was Heaven panties. And for some reason, I don't know why, I got two. Don't know what happened. I'm not sure at all. These are kind of cool bags because they're Ziploc. So I saved them and keep thinking I'll use them to mail stuff out to y'all in, and then I never do. So what do we have here? The first one is black. It's not lacy, it's just black. Just plain old black undies. And the other one is I don't know, I keep looking to see if they charge me, but I never can see where they charge me. They just keep sending these to me free, so as long as they're sending them to me free, I'm not going to cancel. Why not, Well, this one's kind of a pinky color, almost matches my sweater. It's kind of mauve, maybe. Let's see. Now, I think Heaven Panty, it's like $8.95 for one pair and $16.95 for two. These are got lace on the legs and lace in the front, just plain in the back. These are really pretty. They've got like little flowers on them. And they have this thing where it says, give 20, get 20 in add-on credits when you refer a friend and they sign up. And then you can return them, which is kind of weird. And then you can look up the sizing online. You can tell them your preferences, like they have thongs and they have these brief type ones, and then you can get a mix. Definitely don't want thongs at my age and with my big booty. And then you can also visit a link to see how to care for them. I just throw them in the washer with everything else, and it's been fine. So it's got skinny little girls and not so skinny little girls and their logo. And then like an angel wing because it's Heaven Panty. So that is my big long video today. It's not even 5 minutes. I didn't do much. I found a new little coffee shop and met a friend there. She had taken her dog to the dog park, and it was right by the dog park, so I met her there and we chit-chatted and I had some chai tea. It had sugar-free brown sugar and cinnamon in the chai tea. It was pretty yummy. And then they had a gluten-free quiche Lorraine, which it didn't have a lot of flavor and it was too watery, so I wouldn't get that again. But they also had some other things. They had some macarons which are gluten-free because they're made with almond flour, and some gluten-free brownies. So I could go back again and get a little treat. Then I went to Sprouts. I don't know if y'all have Sprouts where you live. It's kind of a health food type grocery store. And I was looking for it, and I found a box of, it's sage and rosemary, I think, dressing mix. So the way I make my dressing is kind of weird, but it's really good. Down here in the South, they make cornbread stuffing, and I haven't had stuffing in a long time because I don't really care for cornbread stuffing. So even before I went gluten-free, I hardly ever ate the stuffing. This time I'm going to make it just for me. I'm going to make this gluten-free stuff. It's just like little hard cubes of bread with some spices on it, just like any other stuffing mix. And the way I grew up making it was because I was from back east, and my mom was from Missouri, so I'm not sure why she didn't make cornbread stuffing, but my dad was from Minnesota, so that's probably why. But anyway, the way I ended up making it was, this sounds really weird, but it's really good. You grate apples into it, which is pretty common for stuffing, but my little oddball thing I like in it is sliced green olives with pimentos. I know, it sounds weird, but somehow the combination works, so I'm going to make some of that. And I looked and looked and looked for some gluten-free rolls, because that's half the good part of Thanksgiving is afterwards having turkey on a roll. So finally the lady that worked there was helping me. She found these little hard-looking oat rolls that were frozen, and I'm like, I want something softer. So I found some gluten-free hamburger buns, and I'm like, well, that's closer, like a soft roll. So I bought those too. And then I went and did my regular shopping because I had nothing to eat in the house. I had no cheese even. I bought the stuff. It's supposed to be tortellini, but I have not been able to find gluten-free tortellini. But I did find at Sprouts, because they have a lot of gluten-free stuff, I did find some gluten-free, not tortellini, ravioli. And I've got this soup that's really good. It's got Italian sausage and Motel tomatoes and some spices, and then you throw the tortellini in there, only I'm going to throw the ravioli in there, and it makes a really good soup. So I'm going to make some of that, probably tonight even, maybe. Wednesday, usually it comes on Thursday because of Thanksgiving, it's coming Wednesday, and I've got a every plate coming with 3 different dishes, 2 servings each of 3 different dishes. The only reason I got it is because I guess they're not having any business on Thanksgiving. So they marked it down to $1.60 something a serving. So with tax and everything, it ended up $21 for 6 meals. You can't hardly beat that. That's what? Between $3.50 maybe a meal, something like that. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, because it is Thanksgiving week, I'm going to throw the meat in the freezer, and because the veggies and fruits and stuff that came with veggies and sides that came with it, there was potatoes, rice, carrots, stuff like that, that's going to keep. Only thing that might be a little iffy is zucchini, which will keep for a little while, so that'll have to be the first one I make. But anyway, I got that. And just, some regular old stuff that you need to fill back up your pantry, or some oil. I haven't been able to find olive oil for a while. I finally found it, because they had all these weird kinds like walnut oil and sesame oil and all these strange oils, but they couldn't find the olive oil. And I finally found it. They had it in a different place for some weird reason. So I'm going to make, when I go over to my kid's house, I'm going to make that stuffing for me and take the rolls. And then I make a sweet potato it's lighter. It's not so sweet that it's got all that marshmallow and stuff where it's like, makes your teeth hurt. It's so sweet. It's got a little bit of sugar, if I remember right. I think it's got an egg and some milk and a big 40-ounce can of sweet potatoes that I kind of rinse off so that it gets the sugar water that they're packed in, and a little bit of sugar and some cinnamon and maybe ginger, and you kind of mix that all together and put it in a 8x8 pan. And then the topping is I use gluten-free flour and brown sugar and some spices like cinnamon and ginger, and then chopped pecans, and you crumble that on the top, and it's really yummy, but it does have some sugar in it. Although I might try using Swerve, which is a sugar-free brown sugar. At least, maybe not for the topping, but maybe for the inside part. And then it'll lower the sugar down a little bit. So I'm gonna make that and take it over. I'm going over to the kids' house on Thursday. And then also they asked me to make the spicy crackers, which it's oil, Hidden Valley Ranch dry mix, half a package of buffalo seasoning mix. And you mix all that together, and then you toss the crackers in it and put them in Ziploc bags and let them sit for like a day or so to absorb all the oils. And then the redder they are, the hotter they are. So if you're not a real hot spice person, you can pick the ones that are a little lighter that didn't get as many spices on them. So that's Thursday. Then Friday, when the family took me to lunch for my birthday, or dinner for my birthday, my grandson couldn't go, so he and his other grandma and I, because her birthday's in a couple weeks, we're gonna go to lunch together. And then Saturday is his birthday, so it'll be the family party with my other kids and their kids and my ex-husband and his wife and, all those people for his family birthday. There's other grandparents and so on. So I got 3 days in a row that are really busy, and I was gonna go today. There's this really cute dog. I'd never heard of it. It's a Tibetan Spaniel, and it's at the pound, and it's really cute, but I don't know, because it was a stray for a really long time, so who knows. I want something that's gonna behave with people and other animals. I already went down the road of having a dog that hates everybody but me. I'd really like one that is a little more friendly, so I could go with my girlfriend to the dog park or go visit her at her house or have her dog come over here or whatever. So I'm kind of almost thinking about not going to the dog pound and getting one through a rescue, which that's a couple $100, so that's a little more pricey. But anyway, that's enough rambling. So all I got in the mail today was the little catalog for Swiss, what is it, I was gonna say Swiss Miss, but that's the hot chocolate. Not Swiss Miss, what is it? Swiss Colony, that's what it is. And then my two pairs of undies, for some reason. I have to go look and make sure they didn't charge me for them, because I have no idea why I got 2 pairs. Alrighty, Dighty, that's it. And I've gone backwards, so I'm just exactly at 800 subscribers. I was a little over, so I need to hurry up and do my 800 subscriber giveaway before I go below 800 again. Because you know how YouTube is, you're up and down all the time. So I will sit down and put together some goodies. I'm going to take a purse I got from Temu and load it up with some stuff for my giveaway. So I'm going to go dig through all my goodies and see what we can find to give y'all. And I'll probably put that up tomorrow, which is Sunday. All right, love y'all. Talk to you soon. Hope you're having a great weekend. If I don't talk to you soon, have a great Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.